Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife, find ScrappyWife.com, and these are some of my favorite supplies for creative journaling. There are so many different ways to do creative journaling, and really the sky's the limit on all the possibilities, but I would love to share with you some of the tools, some of the supplies that I go to over and over and over again, no matter what style of creative journaling I am enjoying in the moment. These are the ones that I am grabbing for over and over and again. So if you want to hear the top 6 things that I use pretty much every week for my creative journaling, stay tuned. All right, over in my Patreon group in the month of March, we are going to be focusing on creative journaling. We pick a different focus every month. We are wrapping up card making throughout February, and then March is going to be called Creative Journaling is My Jam, and I am so excited about it. This is my Create book. This is something we are working on over in Patreon. Several of my Patreon subscribers have the same disc-bound book, and it's available over on my website for Patreon members. But we have some fun prompts and things coming up with creative journaling, which made me want to start to gather some of my supplies. So the first thing I like to gather for creative journaling is inspiration, and having some prompts, some printables, some things that are just inspiring you to journal is always really nice and always really appreciated. These printables are available to all of my Patreon members. They get the brand new Create book printables the first of the month, the first of every month. So these will be available on March the 1st, and we're going to have a fun time working through all kinds of fun activities with creative journaling. So get your inspiration. That's kind of the first thing you're going to want to do. The second thing you're going to need is something to journal in. And I found a couple of different options that I have really enjoyed over the years. The first is a bullet journal. So this is pretty classic option for creative journaling. This is from Archer and Olive. I think there's no better bullet journals out there. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of an Archer and Olive lover. I think they're so fabulous, and I've used several of them in the past. And I've used this one. This is a few years ago, but I do love it. Look at those beautiful, I love how the pages are laid out. Very simple, just your dot grid, kind of gives you freedom to do whatever you want. If you're wanting to draw, you can draw it for your creative journaling. If you're wanting to write, you can write. If you're wanting to use stickers and printables, that works as well. This is very open-ended, which I think is one of the reasons it's so fun to work with. So you can see it's fun to set up different types of creative journaling. This one was for days of the week, just different journaling each day. You can be a list maker. There's a lot of freedom to be found when you do your creative journaling in a bullet journal, which, like I said, has worked for me in the past. It's something I've really enjoyed. So bullet journaling is definitely a bullet journal is definitely a tool I would recommend. But if this isn't your jam, if you, like me, are someone that's going to have your planner with you more often than not, then a planner might be a good option for your journaling. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I actually have been doing recently a lot of creative journaling within my catch-all planner, and I've been using daily pages for that purpose. So it's given me the opportunity to kind of check in with myself while also going over my schedule. I've been decorating daily pages. These are some of the options I have. This is my daily journaling layout that's available over on my website. You can see how I decorate it and get it set up. And then I also have this is the dashboard layout. And for example, this is just a way I checked in. I had my schedule for the day, my laundry list of to-dos, which is always a mile long. And then I did a check-in. What does my body need today? What does my mind need today? What do my emotions need today? And what does my spirit need today? Those are things that, for me, having it in my main planner instead of going outside and grabbing another journal, it's just really helpful for me to get an opportunity to check in that way. So I've been enjoying using my daily pages, not just to track my tasks for the day or to track my schedule, but to do a bit of journaling and to work through some journaling prompts, which has been awesome. I've also been using wellness pages. So this is the wellness tracker that I have designed. The front is all about tracking some self-care type activities. And then the back is that dot grid. And we already talked about how functional dot grid is to allowing you to have it be open what you need. I've been decorating it and using it to track some things, some feelings, some struggles, some wellness type mental health things on the back of my wellness tracker. And that's been really lovely. And I've been enjoying doing that as well. So working directly in my planner has been fabulous. And then of course I do keep a creative journal. I love the lined vertical layout for my creative journal. I like to write a highlight of the day and then some things that I'm feeling, that I'm noting. If I skip a day, it's okay. I just catch back up and then we dig back in. So I've been enjoying doing this. I kind of do different levels. This part is kind of an overview of what's going on. It's more of a almost like a memory journal, but a little bit deeper than just pictures. It's a few feelings mixed in. My wellness is definitely mental health focused. When I'm looking at these wellness layouts and working through these, this is going to be a mental health focus, some things I'm working through, that type of situation. And when I'm working on daily pages, that's going to be a daily check-in. That's going to be some prompts, some heart statements that I am working through. And that's just something that I can keep track of in my planner. And I love that it's in my planner because then this is with me all the time. So it's going to be really, really functional in that way. So you need the inspiration. You need the book to put the things in, and then you need something to write with. That brings me to my favorite pens to use for creative journaling. My favorite ones by far are probably the Papermate Flares. These are like an oldie but a goodie. I think so many of us have these in our stash. I have them in, I don't know, all of the colors because I love me some Papermate Flare pens. I like these because it is a very fine tip. It makes it easy to write. They come in so many different colors. They're not like, they're not pens that I would do a lot of coloring in with, but they are pens that I would write with, that I would doodle with. And I love, love, love my Papermate Flare pens. I think they are fantastic. And like I said, I use them each and every week in my creative journaling. The other pen option that I want to share with you are these click art pens. Have you all tried the amazingness of the click art pens? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me open up to some filler paper that I have in the back of my planner right here. So these are awesome because they're supposedly not going to dry out. It is zebra quality, which is awesome. Click art, so you got that satisfaction of the click. And then you can just write. I would say that they are a little bit thicker than the Papermate Flares. Like I would feel a little bit more comfortable doing a little coloring with these particular pens. Whereas if I were to grab, for instance, the purple Papermate Flare, see how much finer that is? But if you're someone that's wanting to doodle and draw and color as part of your creative journal, which is something I like to do, I almost consider my Create book that I'm working through on Patreon a creative journal. And each month we have a coloring sheet in our Create book. These would be fabulous for coloring this in, at least some of the areas that are a little bit easier to color in, not so fine and detailed. So I think the click arts are a fabulous option as well for some of the different writing options. So I like the two because I like a finer option for actual writing, and then I like the click art for coloring. Those are by far my favorite pens and markers to use in my journal. All right, so we've got the inspiration, we've got the book or the journal to work in the planner pages. We've got two options for pens and markers that are so fun. Now we got to do stickers. I am very unlikely to grab a full-on thick sticker book for creative journaling. I don't want to carry them around with me. They're too big. I don't like them. But some things I do like for my creative journaling. First of all, PET tapes. Have you guys seen these? These are some examples from Wrong Wrong Devo. They're available over on her website. The Washi Tape Shop has PET tapes. They are not always individually cut stickers over at the Washi Tape Shop, but they are over Wrong Wrong's website. These are fabulous because you can cut off some strips. So maybe you're just wanting to use this one for the week. You can either pre-decorate your pages, which is a fabulous idea, but you can also just cut out some strips and stick it straight up in your planner like this. So if I'm like, all right, I'm going to use these today, I can just pop that right in there and close it up and I'm ready to go. I got my stickers when I'm ready to open to that spot, which I think is awesome and really handy. I love that these are pre-cut. I think they're gorgeous and easy to decorate with. And probably my favorite ones to use are actually the ones that have the girls on them. So I like that I can just pick a girl as a feature. So for instance, if I were going to use this journal page just to add a little interest and a little flair, I'd probably put some floral here at the bottom, just adding that in. And then I'd add in a girl as celebration because I think they give a lot of personality to what's happening on the page, which I think is a fun way to kind of kick off your creative journaling. So if I was bringing this over here, I might get that one down on the page and then bring in this girl who's living her best life. They bring in a lot of emotion for me. Like I feel like they project a feeling, which is why the girl stickers are probably some of my favorites, but I feel like the PET tapes especially lend themselves in just such a fun way to creative journaling process. So I'm going to, let's add her in because why not? We're going to like back her up with a little floral moment as well. And see, they're just fun to put on your page, journal around, journal through. It makes it really easy. To me, it kind of simplifies the decorating process. A whole sticker book can feel overwhelming. One roll of PET tape can feel like a really easy choice to make. So love the PET tapes as a sticker option. The other thing that I almost always have for creative journaling is a little pencil bag, a little pouch just like this, because I think creative journaling is the perfect place to put some of those very special stickers, some of those ones that you've been collecting, some of your odds and ends. I have a ton of different odds and ends stickers that I just pick up from place to place. I pick up when I'm at Go Wild. There's just like, when am I going to get to use this? Well, I can easily bring this right in here and journal around it. And it's functional and it makes sense with that. I love having odds and ends sticker sheets and I love having vellum pieces. This is just a pouch that also will lay flat in my bag. It doesn't have to get too crazy. I feel like this pouch was from Daiso perhaps, but really any pencil pouch or something like this that you have is going to work great for grabbing those random stickers that you're trying to use up. Maybe you do have a sticker book that you love and you just want to grab a couple sheets out of it and put it in a pouch. I think that's fabulous too. So they're simple supplies, but they're fun ones that really make it easier for you to jump into your creative journaling. So as I get all set up for creative journaling throughout the month of March over on Patreon, these are some of the supplies that I am gathering. I am getting my planner all set up with daily pages. I am getting some extra filler paper. I'm gathering my pencil pouches and my favorite stickers, and I'm gathering them all together so that when I'm ready to sit down, I'm not searching everywhere. I have my supplies ready to go, and I'm ready to jump in to some of these prompts. Like I said, lots of fun activities coming up starting on March 1st, including some daily prompts that I think are going to be really enjoyable over on Patreon. Those are some of my favorite creative journaling supplies, but now I would love to hear from you. What are your go-tos for creative journaling, for in your diary, for in your planner, wherever you're doing your creative journaling? What do you like to use? What do you like to add to it? What pens, what stickers? Let me know down in the comments below because I love to be inspired by what you all have to share. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link all of these supplies down in the description box below. If you also want to start gathering your things for a month of creative journaling, it's going to be a ton of fun. As always, if you want to join us over on Patreon, we would love to have you. It is a fun, thriving little crafty community. And I can't say enough about all of the members over there on Patreon, and we'd love to have you join us. So you can find the link to Patreon down in the description box below as well. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.